What's going on, everybody? We welcome you to the proof that we are the most flexible and trying to bring you modern version of high school sports podcasting as possible. Because Dave Ring is off in Hawaii, not fulfilling his obligation. He promised us a top 10 from a beach sipping a fruity coconut drink. He has not responded to any of our texts, but has been in our IG comment section during certain hours of the day. I'll leave it at that. I am here dressed in a Syracuse sweatshirt with the wrong ad behind me. Bodie is at Petco. Things are all over the place, but we're trying to bring you a very special edition because Bodie being at Petco is not for the Padres. It's for the awesome high school games that are going on. So this week we will forego the traditional format of top 10 game balls, Dave's dingers, all that kind of stuff to mostly just focus on the Petco series that is going on right now, games that have happened, games that are going to happen, and talking about some of the major stories from around the week. Bodie, tell us the sights, the sounds, everything that's going on, because this is not just like they only let the open division teams play there. This is a little bit of everybody gets to have a chance every couple of years at Petco. I think it's one of the coolest things possible to do here. What have you seen so far today?
Yeah, it's a fun rotation. The way they work it with conferences, we got 3 games here on Thursday and then 3 more on Saturday. And it really is widespread, is what you said. The first one today, I saw Borrego Springs and Vincent Memorial, really good competitive back and forth game. Borrego Springs pulled away late, and they've got a freshman who I'll give a shout out to here in a little bit that kind of stole the show today. And then Valley Center and Ramona, that was another game that just finished. I think it was about an hour 25 combined hits. Ramona 1 hit away from a no-hitter there. And so they pulled out 1-0 win, and they swept Valley Center. So
Then tonight, one more game. Who do we got there, and what are the Saturday games?
yeah, Brawley Holtville. Obviously, big travel for both of them, but we're an hour till game time, and their fans are already filing in, so that's fun to see. Saturday, we got La Jolla and San Diego High at 10 a.m., Grossmont Steel Canyon at 1, and The Rock and Calvin Christian at 4.
Big schools, small schools, and all of today's games seem to be schools that mutually, like if you could choose a neutral site, you
Yeah.
would not pick one, and you could not pick one any further from both of those combined schools, like Borrego, Brawley, Valley, like all of those schools.
Yes.
Thank God it is the nicest Major League Baseball park to play in. Otherwise, they'd be like, why are we doing this? All right. So it seems to be that you, though, have great things to report from the games that you have seen so far this week. We got to talk, though, about everything else going on for just a second around the county, because we had a guy from Torrey Pines, your alma mater, although you do a very bad job of being a blatant Torrey homer. You're way too objective and balanced on this show for my taste. Guy at Torrey Pines, though, throws the 4th no-hitter in the San Diego section this season. Anything else that you saw this week in baseball that you want to get to?
Yeah, I think the game that I just watched finish about 10-15 minutes ago, Justin Jarrett, junior right-hander at Ramona, took a no-hitter, had 2 outs into the 6th inning, and gave up a little soft single through the 5.5 hole for Valley Center's only hit of the day. And but what I love down here, and kind of shout out to all the coaches I've seen, are their comments have been, look, we want to win, but this experience is about the kids and getting them all into the games. So whether it was Ramona pinch running 2 different guys there in 1 inning of getting everyone on the field, and then when Jarrett came out after the 6th, using 2 more pitchers to close the game out, like it's that experience of, yes, we want to win, but this is a kind of life-changing event of getting to play on this field, especially for a lot of these schools, whether it's D4 or lower. Like, this is something where you got to get these kids on the field, get them out there, and just get them that experience, because the amount of guys that make it to college baseball, let alone professional, is just a tiny number. So getting them out here in this game, I love how they move around the conferences. Just really cool to see coaches really work hard to get every guy on the roster in these games.
All right, I wanted to get to just a couple of shout outs on my end. I wanted to bring up Max Farrell from San Marcos. He moves into sole possession of second place in the San Diego County home run race this year. He hit his 5th home run. Then jumping over to the pitching side, there is a very cool 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll even say top 10 right now in terms of the strikeout race. Zane Nordquist is ahead of everybody else at 73, and we've got all the stats right now going on to our Instagram, so you can check it all out. But listen to this. Zane Nordquist from El Camino, Christian Garcia from Claremont, and Jose Salcedo from Southwest El Centro. Three very different parts of the county, three very different paths of baseball. All of them have 60 or more. Zane was 73 at the leader, but right behind, I want to make sure we get included in this show because they were very, very big in the IG comment section, is a shout out to High Tech, any sort of High Tech San Diego, High Tech North County, all that. Dylan Shelton, number 4 right now from High Tech North County in the section for strikeouts. We also saw this week a bunch, Bodie, of walk-offs. And I don't know how to what is the rating of walk-offs? Like what makes one probably a walk-off home run is the best.
Grand slam.
Walk-off. We did see that on the softball side of it, but really it seems like right now we are getting so many close games. Yes, there are some blowouts, but as we get into league, sometimes you see it come together. Sometimes you see it go apart. And it's like the number 1 and 2 league are beating number 4 and 5 in league by 15 or 20. And you're like, why is a D1 or 2 team playing a D3 or 4 team in league? It just happens sometimes. But it seems like this week, as we've started into league post spring break for a lot of districts, that the games are going really, really well, which to me, maybe not a specific shout out, but just a general shout out for the parity in San Diego this year. As we head into the back half of the league season, I think there are going to be a ton of league races that come down to those final 2 weeks.
I agree. And I think just looking at the home run race, we've had a lot of years where we've had guys in double digits at this point. And obviously we're nowhere near that. But I think on the other side, there's a lot of teams that don't just have that one star in the rotation. They've got 2 guys, they've got 3 guys. Whereas you get into these league races, if you can put an ace on the mound kind of every time and know if we score 3 runs, we got a good shot, that's a huge thing. And obviously with the double elimination baseball battle, that's huge too. You want to avoid the weekend games, but if you get in that, you still feel like you have a shot because you've got arms that can pitch your way through it. So I think it's just a little different of style this year, definitely pitching deep more than usual. But I think that's going to make for just really fun playoffs as it always has been.
I'll close out real quick unless you have anything else to talk Petco wise when we come back to you, Bodie. With you talk pitching, let's bring up these 3 right now. Matthew Garrison from Point Loma, Luke Nagave from, I'm probably saying that horribly wrong. I'm gonna get the school right though, because it says CCA. I can extrapolate that means Canyon Crest Academy. And Declan Higgins from St. Augustine all have 0 ERAs still, all with double-digit innings. Oh my, that's fantastic. That's nasty. But the crazy thing, and you mentioned the aces, Bodie, you want to take an over-under guess, and you might know this off the top of your head because you do these stats all the time. How many guys in San Diego, per what is online, have a sub-2 ERA?
It's going to be a higher number than most years. It's got to be pretty good.
Give me a ballpark guess. Pun entirely.
I'm going to say 25.
137. Most of them with at least 15 innings.
Yeah.
137 guys with a sub-2 ERA. I love that we got pitching.
Get those bats working.
No, the opposite. Let's get nothing but hour 20 playoff games all throughout the stretch of this. Bodie, anything else from Petco or anything this week in our abridged shotgun show?
Yeah, I think one other Borrego Springs, a school that's going to be in 5AA. Saw them with a big win earlier. They have a freshman, Joey Rocha, who was great in that game. 2 hits. He started the scoring RBI double, then ended up stealing third, came home on a wild pitch. 2-run single the next inning, stole 2 more bases, and then came in at the end of the game, pitched the final 2 innings, struck out 4 of 6 batters. So for a freshman already doing work there, that's big time.
Joey Rocha, know the name, from Borrego Springs. He'll be a cathedral next year. Just kidding. Didn't say that. Nobody said that. But that's Dave Ring. That's his contribution to the show. If you have problems, I'm just kidding. Look, congrats everybody on a great week. We will be back in studio or some semblance of more organized next week. Like Bodie said, more games on Saturday, April 19th. So if you are able to follow SD Preps on social, Bodie is your source for all the coverage there. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll talk to you guys next week.